Hello everybody and welcome to this 10-minute tune-up. My name is Katie, co-founder of Unfold. And as you can tell from my voice, I am a little congested, a little bit raspy. I am about 3 weeks post-COVID. I'm doing okay. But I thought I would do a movement class that focused on keeping the mobility and the flexibility in the spine and the upper back, and also some intentional breath work that keeps our lungs really healthy. So this is a great class if you are recovering from a cold, or maybe you've just had the flu and you're looking to gently get back into your movement practice and do something that's going to be therapeutic without depleting your body. So most of this class is going to be done standing up, because if you were sick, chances are you were in bed a lot. So we're going to stand up, we're going to move gently, and it's really important to listen to your body. Anytime you're sick, you want to make sure that you're recovered and you start a movement practice, you start a yoga practice when you're feeling ready to do so. So listen to your body, and let's get moving together today in the spirit of healing. All right. So with that, I'm going to move my chair back. Start seated. And with any sort of upper respiratory illness, it's really important to focus on your breathing. Right? So we're just going to start with some intentional 360-degree diaphragmatic breathing and some deep intentional breath work. All right, so sit at the edge of your chair, ground the feet, bring the palms down into your lap. You can close your eyes if you like, but just start by taking your hands and placing them on the sides of your rib cage. So my fingertips are forward and my thumbs are wrapped back around the back part of the lungs. So I'm kind of holding the bottom of my rib cage here. Relax the shoulders and just start to breathe. Breathe in and out of the nose if you're able to, but of course if you're still congested, it's okay to breathe in and out of the mouth. And start to notice if you're feeling more of the front of your rib cage expand and flare out. And what we want to do is start to move that into the back. So back where your thumbs are, see if you can feel the back part of your rib cage expand towards the back of your chair. And when you do that, you'll feel more of a lateral movement through the sides of the waist, and you'll start to feel the breath move down and move into the posterior diaphragm, which is really important. We want to optimize that diaphragmatic breath. Keep the belly relaxed. You're not pushing the belly out or forcing the abdomen out in any way. And then from here, we'll start to deepen that breath. So I'm going to move the inhale in really deeply and just sort of get a sense for what a full capacity inhalation feels like for you today. It might feel a little harder to take a complete deep inhalation after you've been a little sick, and that's okay. Just take your time. Let's just do a couple more full, deep, 360 diaphragmatic breaths here. This type of breathing is not only great for the lungs, the thoracic diaphragm, but it's like a little message to your nervous system to relax, to slow down, to calm down. Good. All right, so from here, let's take those arms straight up in space, big breath in, interlace the fingers, and we're gonna go from side to side. So this is our seated moon stretch, and I love this pose because it opens up the sides of the waist and the sides of the lungs. And if you've been in bed for a long time, or if you've been sort of hunched over, coughing, this is gonna really help to create more space through the sides of the body. It feels really good, and it's quite gentle. right, and pause here, lower your arms. We're going to widen the feet and get into some thoracic rotation. So bring your elbow onto your knee, your other hand's going to go behind your head. You're going to start with the inhalation here, and as you exhale, drop that elbow down towards your bottom palm. Inhale as you reach up, so you can see I'm twisting from my upper back, thoracic rotation, and we've got a little side bend in here as well. As I'm linking the breath to the movement, I'm maintaining that fullness of breath, that full 360 diaphragmatic breathing, and focusing on really getting the lungs to fill up. All right, let's pause here and do that same thing on the second side. Start with the in-breath, and as you exhale, twist. Gently link your breath and your movement together. And so much of this is just about being aware, being intentional, being mindful, and really feeling what's going on in your body. What does your spine feel like? What does your breath feel like? What does the side of the waist feel like here? Okay, let's come on back up to center. Bring the feet back together. And then we're going to do a seated cow-cat. Okay, so inhale, lean back and look up. Lift your chin a little bit. And as you exhale, round the spine and bring the elbows towards your knees and tuck the chin a little bit. Okay, we're going to keep going with this, gently moving the spine in and out of extension and flexion. And you might find that cow pose, that's the position where I'm looking up and extending the spine, feels really good. So I'm going to pause here for a couple of breaths. I invite you to do the same. So this is a great posture to open up the front part of the lungs, the neck, the shoulders, and create some balance from that hunched position that we find ourselves in when we're coughing or snuggled up in bed, healing. This is also a very gentle, energizing posture. So we're invigorating the nervous system here. Okay, inhale, come on back to center, and then float the arms down. Let's come on up to stand. We're going to spend the rest of the class standing. Okay, and I'm going to use the base of my chair here and come into a pose called chair dog. So hands onto your surface, and you can use like the edge of your bed, or you can use the your desk or a table, and just step those feet back and stretch the arms really long. I'm going to keep my knees a little bit bent and fold forward. Okay, so if you notice that this pose increases your congestion, like you start to feel more stuffed up or the nasal passages start to feel clogged, one thing that you can do is just lift your head a little bit, and that might relieve the pressure, and we're still getting the benefits of the shoulder stretch and the legs. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay, look forward and step forward. And just roll up nice and gently. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into a high lunge. So you can use the seat of your chair or the edge of your bed. Step your right foot back and lift your chest up. So we're creating some length through the front of the right hip flexor. So this is really great, again, if you've been in bed all day, the front of the hips can get tight. Reach your arms up, lift up, and we're going to add a little bit of a side stretch here. So lean over to your left, just a little bit. So this is getting into the psoas muscle, another muscle that can get tight from coughing or just spending too much time in a sedentary position. Keep that 360-degree diaphragmatic breath going here. Okay, with your next inhalation, come on up. And then we're going to switch sides. So step that left foot back, reach the arms up, big breath in. Add your side stretch here, lean over to the right a little bit. Breathe deeply. Good. come on back to center. Let's bring the hands down and then step forward. Okay, last thing we're going to do, take a slightly wider stance, dial the toes out a little bit, and we're going to start to swing the arms from side to side. Very gently here. And my arms are just going to kind of swing, and my wrists and my hands will gently tap the sides of my waist. And you can see my heel is lifting off the floor as I gently rotate from side to side. Keep that deep breath going. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. And inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Okay, pause back in the center. Let's bring the feet back underneath the hips. Come into mountain pose. Relax the shoulders. Close your eyes. Just take 3 intentional breaths here. See if you feel a little taller, a little uplifted in mind and body. Maybe there's just a touch of energy that you feel in the spine and the legs. Maybe you feel a little bit more open through the chest. And then if you'd like, you could place one hand on your heart and just for a moment cultivate a sense of gratitude for your current measure of health, for all that your body does for you, for its ability to heal, to restore. Good. And release your hands and open up your eyes. Okay, thanks for joining me today for this tune-up. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.